The final game we're going to look at in our sequels mini-series is a follow-up to the classic Way of the Exploding Fist, simply titled Fist 2, The Legend Continues. So while the original Exploding Fist was released by Mastertronic on Ricochet packaging, this follow-up is a Mastertronic Plus release, which means it would have cost £2.99. As you can see, you've got quite a nice Fist 2 logo there, and a guy aiming a kick towards the screen. Some oriental architecture in the background there. And the spine just says Fist 2, and confirmation that was a £2.99 release. And on the back cover we've got some screenshots, which unsurprisingly show blokes fighting. And the blurb about the game: in a world where the enemy is not always human, only a true Fist Master can destroy the Warlord. Are you that Fist Master? I don't know, am I? We'll soon find out. Inside we've got the instructions, supplementary instructions it says, which seems a bit strange since I've not seen any instructions yet, but there you go. Main game on side A of the cassette can only be played using the joystick. Training game on side B. Okay, so there's two different versions of the game, or two different game variants to play. Got some keyboard controls for starting the game, etc. Got some controls for playing the players in the game. And then you've got the quest. You take on the part of a young disciple, which isn't spelt right, I don't think, descended from a Grandmaster whom the village's elders have entrusted with the perilous mission to find and defeat the evil warlord. Pretty generic stuff. And inside, lots of information about the details of the quest, various enemies, peasant soldiers, warrior guards, ninjas, shoguns, assassins, mud warriors, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much it for the instructions. Very detailed, can't really be bothered to read them. Here you have the loading screen then, and as you can see, this was originally released by Melbourne House. That's their logo in the corner, and the artwork for the loading screen is basically a complete copy of the artwork on the front cover of the game. Pretty nicely done. Not really a lot to say about it. It's a bloke kicking a table over. Maybe he had bad noodles. So this is the quest mode, adventure mode of the game. There's no title screen. It loads up and straight away you get this screen with your little guy who you can move around. He does a nice moonwalk backwards, Michael Jackson style. And the aim of the game is to basically wander around and fight people. It's kind of an adventure, but there's nothing to pick up, no objects to use that I've seen so far. So I'll just wander through the landscape. Music's quite atmospheric. Doesn't seem to be any sound effects from what I've seen, unless there's an option to switch them on somehow. Just checking the instructions and there isn't. So basically there's no sound effects, it's just music, which is, as I say, quite atmospheric and suitable to the theme of the game. Graphics are quite nice. Obviously he's walking out through a jungle there, just about to come into a sort of more built up kind of area, if you can call it that. Animation of your main guy is quite good. You can turn him around, by the way. You just hold the fire button down and push the other way and he walks the other direction. And he's got options to jump and somersault and things like that. So the music's changed as you approach a village of some description. As you can see, not a lot of action so far, but that's about to change. This guy, who seems to have a very out of place baseball cap, is an opponent that you've got to fight against. It's just a one-on-one fight like the original Way of the Exploding Fist, and then when you get past him you can carry on exploring. Let's try and have at him. The moveset's pretty similar to the original, not quite as many moves, but mostly the same. They're all quite tricky to fight. In fact, he's just killed me. That was it, that was game over. Yeah, they're quite tricky to fight against. It's not very obvious when you're making contact with them. You just have to watch the energy bar down the bottom of the screen. I'll go and try that again. These guys are meant to be the least dangerous of all the enemies that you face, so if I can't beat this guy I'm in big trouble. We resort to the classic leg sweep and see how I get on. He's pretty badass, this guy, for the first guy that you face. Just very difficult to actually make any contact with him. Ooh, that got him quite... Right, I got him. I've now got no health at all. Oh, I've got a little bit back now. Maybe your health replenishes over time. Doesn't bode well for any future fights. So as you can see, I'm now in a kind of temple or a dojo or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Reminds me of the other Mastertronic game, Ninja, actually. Very similar backgrounds. I can see my health is slowly replenishing now. But that's good. At least it's not like you've got no health and you've got no chance on the next stage. Yeah, there's a bit more health. Up another level. Quite a nice animation on when he's climbing the ladders. Overall, the graphics and animation are quite nice in the game. Music's not too bad either, as I've mentioned. Thus far, it's a bit boring. Exploration's fine if there's actually anything to do or pick up or interact with, but this is just wandering around endless scrolling rooms that all look quite kind of similar. Let's see what we can find in this section. Another hole, which probably doesn't bode well if you fall down it. Another ladder. And a door. Oh, just punched the wall down. That's quite impressive. This is uncharted territory for me now. I didn't know you could do that on a previous go. So I've just discovered something new in the game. It's just a very long hallway. At least my health's replenishing while I'm doing all this. Crikey. Very dull so far. Oh, here's another battle then against another minion. Which is going to be much of the same, I suspect. Really not a lot to say about the game, as you've probably noticed. One of the quietest reviews I've ever done. Really need to get some hits in on this guy. Standing close to them seems to be the best chance you're going to get of actually causing any damage to them. He's just standing there waiting for me to come back to him. I wonder if my health replenishes in the middle of a battle. Seemingly not. He's gone. Oh, please, just make some contact with the guy. This is ridiculous. One of the worst fights in history. He's gonna kill me. He's got me. Well, that was dull. Let's try going the other direction instead. Okay, now I've got what looks like a ninja to fight. This doesn't bode well based on my previous battles. These guys are meant to be more dangerous. Just not making any contact with him at all. Oh, that got you. Punch him in the face. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Well, that's the way to do it. Basically, don't try and be defensive, just go straight at him. Got him with 3 kicks to the stomach pretty easily. So the adventure continues, and here we have a cave system. Changing the music, changing the graphics, at least that's something interesting. Another guy to fight here. Can't actually see him now. Nearly polished him off already actually. Either I'm getting better at this or this guy's just not very good. Got you. Kicked in the back. So I'll wander on through this cave and see what else I can find. Oh, okay, so some kind of temple here which you sit in, have a little bit of a meditate. Don't know what this is up here, something flashing. Don't really know what it means, but my energy is completely replenished, so that's a good thing. And then it's back into the cave for further adventures. So I've reached the end of the cave and I'm out of the cave. So this is actually a layer higher up, a level higher up than the cave where I went into it, and yet there seems to be a lake here, which is a bit interesting. So I'll have a wander through this lake. That's quite a nice animation as he jumps into the lake, quite nicely done. Okay, first thing, you can't jump when you're in the lake, so that could make things interesting. Here we have another opponent. Can't jump, can't do any kind of flying kick. So you've got a limited moveset here. I'm just going to go at him with this sort of the same stuff as worked previously. And he's killed me. Oh, and it's right back to the beginning. It's all a bit boring really. What I didn't mention was that I've actually loaded side B of the tape here, and it's got the quest mode on. So I don't know what's going to happen, whether the other side of the tape's even going to be the practice mode, or if this is all I get on this Mastertronic release. We'll soon find out. Finish that ninja off quickly this time though. Better when I don't concentrate on it. Maybe I'll just have one more try going through that temple. Now I've got a bit more practice on the moves. So I'm back in the temple having another crack at this second guy in the cap and doing just as badly as the first time. If he kills me this time, I'm just going to give up. It's not looking good for me at the moment. That helped. Oh, he's got me. I thought, oh, that's so annoying. Right, that's it, forget it, no more. Basically, I don't know if the practice mode's going to load, and if it's anything like this, I'm not sure I want to play it anyway. I'm going to try and load the other side of the tape up. If it doesn't work, then this will pretty much be the end of the review. It's not a terrible game, it's quite nicely put together. It's just really boring, and the combat's really flaky, so you don't feel like you're making any kind of progress. Even when you've fought several guys, it seems to be more luck than judgment when you get past them. So difficult to liken it to any kind of a movie sequel, probably just any generic action movie sequel. Let's say Speed 2. The original Speed, bit of a classic, interesting sort of action thriller, and the follow-up, pretty damn boring. So not worth $2.99 for my money on this one. As I said, I will try and load the practice mode up just to have a quick look at that, but if it doesn't load, then this will be the end.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.